So far we were reading about the education, struggle for education, two, and the girls' education, right? These are the things we have seen and we have read and we understood. Now what we are going to read is about dropouts. We have, in earlier lessons we have learned the reasons for the dropout. And there is some other area which we have not touched, whereby the increase in the dropouts are occurring. What is that increase in dropouts? Why? What is the reason? What is that reason? The curriculum. What has that curriculum to do with the dropouts? If at all we question that, we give a certain child something to eat. Certain child something to eat. He will express, I don't want it. If he expresses he doesn't want to eat it, we are changing it. We are not compelling him to take. And many advertisements we see in the TV, we watch on the TV. The boy doesn't want to take that particular toothpaste. Then they give something change, they say. And in the same manner, some food if they don't want to, some change, a variety. Because the child itself wants some variety. So here also when the curriculum comes, the same old pattern, the same thing. 3 languages are to be learned, and mathematics a must, science is a must, social studies is a must, right? All these things are a must. Then all these things are a must, there would be a question, a big question mark within the child. Why should I learn all these things? I don't like history. I don't like civics. I don't like geography. Right? And why I should learn Hindi? Why I should learn English? Why I should learn regional language? If at all I am an Odia fellow, and if at all I am taking my education here in Andhra, I'll have to take Telugu. Lower Telugu I'll have to take. Why I should take? And this for why is there are no answers supplied. Then ultimately he doesn't like it. Ultimately he neglects it. Ultimately he is a zero over there. And ultimately this zero effect will be there in every subject. Then on a fine morning he doesn't want to go to school. Drop out again. Curriculum. The best schools, do they have the best curriculum? God knows. They have the same thing. Curriculum means they should have that only. And I remember when I was a student of class 7 and class 8, I was given a training in woodwork, carpentry. Woodwork, carpentry, I was given notes also. If at all it is a teak wood, its structure would be like this. And if at all you do like this, it will react like this. And so this is a teak wood. And weight of this and mass of this, the marks on that, the designs over there, natural designs. All these things the teachers used to teach me with a note even. And even I used to write the examination for that. And earlier there was a shorthand and typewriting. And now we have the computers. In most of the schools, computers is given. And remaining all they forget. There are many. Singing is there, dancing is there, and fine arts are there, painting is there, right? And designing is there. There are many things. And if at all you see, people see, what are you doing? I am interior decorator. Interior decorator is earning more. Then did he learn it anywhere in his schooling? If at all you see, no, nowhere he has been told, nowhere he has been taught. then by practice has become. Is it not necessary that has to be taught? Again, a question mark. Did anybody put a thought over there? Interior decoration and painting, wall painting. Who does that? This wall painting. One who doesn't have any job, he will take up and he will take. Then you can see the difference. A professional who does that, he will be innovating ideas. With this color, with this matching and with that, it would be looking very nice, sir. Right? And don't take this paint, sir, you take that paint, sir. Now recently I was seeing some TV, an advertisement. If at all you want to paint your house, please consult us. Means consultation is necessary. Or some whitewashing or something has to be put, no. On the walls only, I can do it, no. It is not everybody's cake, no. Then, suppose it is just like this. Suppose a crocodile has been trained to climb a tree. Just let us think. A crocodile, he is being trained to climb a tree. Very good. And now, because the cuckoo bird sings, cuckoo bird and our crow, they both appear the same. Let us teach the crow to sing. Very nice of you, right? And again, your peacock dances. Peacock dances. Let us call a donkey and train the donkey for dancing. You say these are all impossible, right? In the same manner, why can't we give the child in the same thing which he is having interest? There we are failing. There we are increasing the dropouts. If at all he is very keen in laying the bricks, let him understand how to make the mold, how to make the mud, and what is the length of it, what is the breadth of it, what is the height of it, the brick. Let him understand. Earlier he was not having any kind of this, what we can say is the cipher, the mathematics, calculations over there. He was simply doing that. Then if at all he has worked over there considerably some years, pull him down and take him, put in a school where he will start the languages, where he start the geography, where he start the history. Do you mean to, will he do something? Keep excelling aside? No. Put a school, such a school, where this can be taught. And when he is aged enough, let him go to that work. He will excel over there. And he will design his own bricks. And he will see how best that brick takes the load. He will become automatically an engineer of the bricks. Right? And suddenly we are bringing up some boy from the tea stall. And we want to put him in the school. Let him go to that in the catering area, what are all the things required. In the catering school, let him go there. We are not doing that. This is necessary. So, the natural skills which he had already adopted, means bricklaying, is it his natural skill? No, he is already adapted to it. And this, what we can say, potter, he makes the pots. Potter makes the pots. Right? Let him be taken and put him in the, what we call as a cobbler. Can he do it? No, he doesn't know. Hammer, what is a hammer? He doesn't know. He knows his only fingers. And with the fingers, he cannot cobble your shoes. No, he cannot do it. We have the same kind of passage here. Means, if at all you read this, you will understand how madly we are implementing our education system, methods and the curriculum. Let us, also we have seen 3 idiots. There one fellow wanted to become the photographer and his father doesn't want him to do so, then he is a failure here and a failure. He could not make out there and he is a failure here. He could not make out there and he is a failure here. Because he doesn't have any interest here. Only because father wants to do it, wants to make him do, and so he has done it. So that kind of education we are implementing or not implementing, enforcing on the children. On the children we are enforcing that where he doesn't have the interest at all. Now the career means it is what we can say is a variety. And if you see radio jockey and DJs, you see that is also a career, and they are also earning. It is not that they are not earning, and they are earning with what are they earning? With interest. Yes, I should excel in this. Yesterday we were having some mathematics. If a person does in a single field for 10,000 hours, he should excel. He should excel. Now, how many 10,000 hours you have already put in your mathematics? Are you excelling it? It is like that. You should have the interest. You should excel in that. So, if at all you have to excel, you have to put interest into it. Why does, suppose the crocodile, if at all it is not that its body is not coping up. If at all it wants to, it will go and climb the tree. Monkey, you know monkey? Yes, you know. And it can climb the tree. But it cannot swim. Can't it swim? No. That is when I am reading this passage, just analyzed. Can't a monkey swim? Did I see it or not? No, monkey cannot. Why? It doesn't. Because it doesn't like water. Drinking up to drinking is okay, but it has a phobia for the water. It doesn't go into the water. It feels if at all it is in the water, it will sink down. So it cannot swim. But if at all it tries, it can do it. That is the thing. So the person or the living creature, he or it should have the interest in doing that. That is called curriculum actually. Not that whatever you want, you impose on the persons, that is not curriculum. Curriculum means what? In which one has the interest and excels in that. Now let us see what is the fun in this reading. It is a very funny one. A fox starts a school, appoints teachers, and has many students also. Right? Because the fox has assured through its advertisements. What is that one? Our school curriculum includes reading, writing, arithmetic, swimming, dancing, running, climbing trees, etc. These are all the things are included in the curriculum syllabus. Right? And insisted that teachers take classes regularly. Yeah, regularly he has to come and he has to teach and he has to see that the students do it. Right? And test the students regularly. Teach and test. The teachers, however, were very unhappy with the results. With the results, they are unhappy. Now, when you see there is something, A and D and is given over there, and also, however much they tried, however, these are all the connectors to keep your speech or to keep your writing in running. These are all the words useful. However and. However, much they tried, they couldn't teach the lion to swim. However much they train, they couldn't teach the lion to swim. Right? Elephant does it, tiger does it, and remaining all animals do. But lion doesn't. Okay? They could not do it. The tiger always failed in climbing trees. The tiger, it cannot. The cat can do it. And leopard can do it. Right? Leopard or leopard, it can do it. Panther. But tiger can't. Right? Climbing trees. And the crow refused to sing. Yeah. It only has only one voice. Caw, caw. That much only. It cannot sing. Right? It doesn't want to. Because the people scold me if I sing. Okay? The teachers tried all methods and regularly conducted classes. The students had to attend special classes. The peacock would help the teachers conduct dancing classes, but the pig could not get a single step correct. Likewise, the owl did not want to learn to read, and the monkey could not swim. All the students failed the exams, and Fox was very worried. Then the wise bat told him to let the students take up the courses they wanted to and then conduct the exams. The monkey did not have to learn swimming anymore, but the crocodile could practice swimming and diving. The crow could fly and learn to do some somersaults in the air, and the squirrel could continue learning arithmetics. Then, when the exams were conducted, all the animals passed with flying colors, and Fox was proud of his school. Now you see, with a simple adjustment in the curriculum, the results were colorful. While it is imposed syllabus, the results were zero. Why that? We have already seen. The crow wants to fly from here to there and wants to steal something whichever it likes. That is only the skill the crow wants, because it is a scavenger. It has to clean. Right? The crocodile, it wants the swimming skills, because it lives both in water and on the land. And it kills in the water only, not on the land. Owl, it sleeps during the day. The owl sleeps during the day. How can it read and remember? Is it not? So the animals were given the training. Suppose a horse is there. Horse can run. And with a horse, we do such kind of things only. We train them to run in the races. We train them to be used in the war fields, olden days. Is it not? The training should be like that. Then the horses can excel. The excellency of the horse we can see in Rana Pratap Singh. Chetak, the horse, the Ghoda of Pratap, it has jumped from this peak to that peak. Excelled. Why? It has been given the training in that. Right? So likewise, if an animal knows a certain thing, has interest in a certain thing, if that is trained, then that animal becomes very handy and helpful. In the same manner, if a student is very keen in mathematics, we are hearing many cases that a very young boy of 14 years excelled in mathematics. Why only mathematics? Ask him English spellings. Ask him English spellings. Can he do it? I am doubtful. Shakuntala Devi we heard about, the wizard in mathematics. Right? There only we are just thinking about that only. Sachin Tendulkar, he is a good batsman. No. Let him be a wicket keeper. Let him be a wicket keeper. Cannot do. Same cricket. I am not talking about some other thing. Same cricket only I am talking about. right? And my physics teacher, he used to ask me, sir, is this spelling is okay, sir? Why? He should know all about physics only. Not necessarily that he should write correct English. Not necessary. And then he can do better and better. If at all you are going on criticizing him for his spelling mistakes, he will forget physics also. And he cannot do his own chemistry. And the mathematics sir may not be doing mathematics. Hey, what is this, sir? Your sentence, construction sentence is wrong. What are you asking this? As long as the student understands the thing, what the mathematics teacher wants to teach, that's enough. Let us not talk about his English. Whether he can just transfer the knowledge from here to there. That is the language itself. So one should excel in his own curriculum of interest. That is this what the paragraph says. And if at all we are imposing, then the result is same. What is that one? Dropouts. And one more thing what we have seen in that boy's story who has been picked up in the rain. What is that one? The students were continuously teasing him. This is what we learned there. And there are some special type of children with us. And the teachers very, what we can say is very cleverly, they term them as slow learners. Slow learners and fast learners, do we have that? No. These teachers, comfortably they put them in that category. Means what? We can forget them, we can neglect them. Again, one more picture of our Amir Khan. What is that one? Is your Tare Zameen Par. There is a special boy, a special student who was completely neglected by every person. A bit care has been shown on him, excelled. That way, that means in our society, in our community, there are certain special category children are there. They are very special. About them we are going to read special. And before reading that, I want to introduce a simple line here. What is that one? There is a mountain and there is a squirrel. There was a quarrel between them. A mountain and a squirrel had a quarrel. This poem you must have come across somewhere. And this poem teaches you that this universe has everything, small and big and weak and strong and all these things. Only if all these things put together, then only we can call it the universe. All the three seasons should be there, then only this, in India we have the food to eat. Suppose there is no rainy season, let us think about. No, let rainy season, because water is wanted. There is no sunny season. There is no summer. There is no winter. Can we just imagine what would happen if those three things are either they are reshuffled or removed? Can we think about? No. They should come in their regular intervals. Only then our universe can stand. Now let us one more thing, one more this one. Supposition. What is it one? A mango tree and a coconut tree. These two should be same. Right? Or why so far? A man, after doing his business in the village, he has chosen a banyan tree. Right? Under the banyan tree, he wanted to take his lunch. He brought his water and he opened his rotika jo potli, opened it and he kept there and he looked up. He found all small fruit on the banyan tree. What a God you are. I feel you have no brains. When he had seen the banyan tree with the small fruit, he just have the, what we call as if he had no faith on God, he doubted God's creation. What a God you are, this big tree and the fruits are small. And I see there the creeper, very feeble creeper, it has the pumpkins this big. So we were talking about that man. He was sitting under the banyan tree and he was just laughing at the creation of God. Why? A creeper has this big pumpkins and a very big tree has this small fruit. He laughed at it. What a God, what God's creation. Huh? There is no meaning in it. Then, after having his lunch, he drank some water and he was satisfied. Then, when you have a lunch, right, I need not tell you how you feel it. You feel to have a nap, right? So, he just completely straightened himself under that banyan tree, put his hand under his head and slept, snored. And after an hour or so, he woke up. When he wakes up, he finds there are this fruit, banyan fruit, fell on his body. Many, not one. Then he removed one which has fallen here and he has seen. Then he repented on whatever he said. Oh God, you are great. Oh God, really you are great. This big banyan tree, though it has a very small fruits, it has the other job, that is to shelter, give shelter to us. If not, I would not have alive by this time. If that pumpkin has dropped on me, one will do for me to die. But these many falling on me, I did not wake up. The banyan fruit, it has fallen, many had fallen on me, but I have not been disturbed because I need rest. You know it. You allowed me to take rest. If not, you would have grown these pumpkins on this big tree. I am very sorry, God, I am very sorry. What I mean to say through this story is, every creation, there is no speciality or any creation. Every creation has its own importance on this earth. Whether it is big or small. Mountain, it can catch the clouds, stop the clouds, rains. And the squirrel has to crack the nut. It has its own job in this one. What is that one? In your science, you must have read about the dispersal of seeds. Dispersal of seeds. And the coat of this squirrel, not only coat, the tail, it is just like a brush. That contains this seeds. It goes from here to there, there to here. Then the seeds will be falling on such an area where there can be plants or where there can be suitable situation for the plant to grow. Right? And not only this, again, what we call as your fertilization. This from anther, right, to this stigma, the pollen grains are to be carried. And in certain flowers, only pollen grains would be there, stigma won't be there. And the squirrel will be moving around that. And these pollen grains will be on its coat or the tail. And when again it goes to that other flower which has the only stigma, these pollen grains will be falling there. Then fertilization occurs. Everything, the nature has taken care of everything, every aspect. And if at all we want to see everything alike, everything alike means what? Array, that boy is 100% in mathematics. Why are you getting only 40%? Don't look in this manner. Right? So, save us, we have a dream too. The hardest profession to take in life is being a girl child. You see, hardest profession. Because they have proved they can pilot an aeroplane. They can go into the space. They have proved. Means to be a girl child is only the hardest profession, and nothing, no other profession is as hard as this. Right? And now, a whole range of discriminatory practices include female foeticide, female infanticide, son idealization, early marriage, and dowry have buried the future of the girl child. You see, Raja Ram Mohan way back before independence, maybe 70 years or 80 years ago, he has seen the what we call the evils in the society, and they wanted the women, the child, girl child should come up, and then only he struggled for the stopping the child marriages. But still today, even though we are in the 21st century, we are still having that. It is really what we can say is a curse to us. So what is talked about the girl education here? Let us see. Education of girls has been a high priority. With the government of India, the national commitment to provide free and compulsory education to all children in the age group of 6 to 14 is now a fundamental right of every child in India. And there are many norms being announced in everyday radio if you hear. There are many scholarships and free education for the children, girl child. They can make their ambitions fulfilled. Likewise, many advertisements we are hearing, announcements in the radio. Reaching out to the girl child is central to the effort to universalize elementary education, Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, or Education for All. Program recognized that ensuring girls' education requires changes not only in the education system but also in the social norms and attitudes. If a girl gets education, the entire family gets education. It is not a slogan. And speaking of English or any language to a kid starts from mother alone. And so it is called mother tongue. It does not, we don't speak father tongue. No, we don't speak father tongue. Even I speak my mother tongue. Why? She should be well versed with the languages. Then our three languages system can run. She should know what is Hindi, what is English, and what is Telugu. That is the regional language. She should know it. And she should master in that. And if a doubt comes, the children will go to mother, not to father. Only mother, if she recommends, then only they go to father. But the first resort is the mother. So the mother should be educated, and then the whole family gets education. So this is a thing and thought about, and the norms have been made, and those norms are being introduced into the social level. Right? A two-pronged gender strategy has therefore been adopted to make the education system responsive to the needs of the girls through targeted interventions which serve as a pull factor to enhance access and retention of girls in schools on the one hand, and on the other to generate a community demand for girls. Education through training and mobilization. Through training and mobilization and training. And people should understand there are certain categories only where women can work, women can do. And there, this training has been given, education should be given, and people should be made aware of this. That is the ratio in the male to female. It is becoming hazardous. That way they are to be made aware. Why? Is it the girl child? Kill it. Killing. Right? Earlier I already talked. There are certain states still now they are killing the girl child. By that what happens is the ratio is disturbed. If the ratio is disturbed, that some eminent environmentalist is said, what is that one? If a string of a cobweb is disturbed, the whole universe gets disturbed. Right? That way, you are killing animals, you are cutting the trees and killing your own self. Then where do you want to stand then? And hence, the ratio should be maintained, and girls also need a valuable education, value added education they should have. So here are certain the targeted provisions of girls under Sarv Seva Shikshan Abhiyan. There are 1, 2, 3, and we have to choose which is the correct one, and there you have to put tick. Right? And if everything is correct, you have to understand, yes, these are all the things required. Bridge courses for older girls, recruitment of 50% women teachers, early childhood care and education centers. These are all the things to be taken care under Sarv Shikshan Abhiyan. So, on the occasion of the Women's Day, your school literary club organizes a speech competition. Now, how to deliver a speech? It is not easy. Then, when you just go to the stage, you are to maintain a dignity, a walk, a stature over there. When you stand, people should appreciate. If you stand like this, people don't appreciate. You have to stand full length and holding the mic also. It should show, yes, he is very free man, he is going to tell a very good thing. When you stand there itself, the people should expect that you are going to deliver a good speech. And so here stand is the first aspect. Make sure you look at every member when you stand over there. Right? Try to look, have a bird's eye view. Bird's eye view at those whom you are going to deliver your speech. You have to look. Right? And bring a smile on your face. Don't frown. Right? So, and now interaction should be there when you are delivering a speech. And though you may not be expecting an answer from the audience, sometimes you have to make them feel that they already knew whatever you are going to speak. By what? By putting certain questions. Use questions so as to involve your audience. That is, did you know? I know you people are aware of. I know you people are aware of. When I say this, the listener, he may not be knowing, but he feels proud. Yes, I know something. That feeling you should give to your listener. Speak up so that everyone can hear you. Suppose there is a class of 100 students in a gallery. Right? A teacher need not have to use the mic. He should speak in such a manner that even a last bencher at the corner, he should hear you. That you have to see that every listener is attentive. You have to raise your voice wherever necessary, and you have to speak speedily wherever necessary, and wherever it is a point, you see that you are stopped and put every word in a slow motion. In a picture you will be seeing the slow motion, no? Likewise use every word so that your words go into their mind. That is the tactics. Speak. I don't say don't speak speedily. Speak speedily. And if you feel that is again to be repeated, repeat second time in a slow motion, so that you should digest it. Pause occasionally. You give time for the listeners to understand and get it and understand. Wait. Right? You must have seen the standing comedians. They perform well. how they cut a joke now and wait for the applause. When the applause dies down, then again he cuts one more joke. Then again applause. He pauses again. That is the tactics you have to use. People should say that you are a good speaker means you should give the time for the listeners to get it and understand it. Then you become a good speaker. And so you have to pause. Don't talk too fast. Speed I said, but not a fast thing. You have made a speech to be delivered within 15 minutes, but what happened is you have by-hearted and you have come on the stage and you have given it. Everything you said, but the time is only 5 minutes. Nobody understood what you spoke. That should not happen. That way you have to be very careful when you are standing before audience. These are the techniques you have to use to deliver a speech. So now we have to see one thing. Girls enrollment since 1999 till 2005, and then we will be knowing what are the statistics of the education for the girl child. And next we have a very good kind of a school, and what is the curriculum, whether they match or not, why there are many dropouts. That is also one of the factors why the dropouts are more, right? Then we have a very beautiful poem, that is I am special. I am special. Why this beautiful poem, why I said is, there are certain students among us whom we should give a little separate and special care. Then a young boy becoming headmaster. Young boy becoming headmaster, is it a wonder or what? No, he had become. And about him we are going to read here in this unit 2. And then after finishing that, we have a bio-sketch, how to write bio-sketch, right? What are the ingredients required for writing a bio-sketch and how to write about, that also we are going to learn. And then listening, how important it is, that also we learn here. Unless you listen, we should not speak, we should not, what we can say, understand something. We have to listen carefully, we have to understand something carefully. Now we have certain poem here, that is 2 roads. Then vocational education. This we will see now.